This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at betterhelp.com/reps and get on your way to being your best self. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. You're not dealing with waiting rooms, you're not sitting in traffic, and there's no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/reps. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps.
Oh, I'm in my robe.
Comfy looking robe. Is that new?
I've had Courtney got it for me last year.
Oh,
So it's like a year old. But yeah, it's really comfy. It's just like one of those like cost plus ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
But
got nice.
yeah,
They got nice stuff in there.
they do have nice stuff in there.
Man, that might be one of the main things I miss about being in Santa Cruz. I went to Cost Plus all the time.
I know.
Why not? Why wouldn't we just walk through? You know? Why wouldn't you just take a gander?
Just get a gander, get a candle.
Oh,
It's like the only place you could, get like some cool like homewares, but then also get like breadsticks.
breadsticks.
Like breadsticks.
You could get a nice. You could get a nice wine and a cheese from around the world.
Yeah, like a Chianti,
Yeah.
a cheese, and a melon baller.
Yeah. You could also get ice shapers, formers. You could get a bunt pan.
Yeah, and maybe some socks.
You get a bunt pan and outdoor furniture.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about
Cost Plus.
Cost Plus.
Oh,
I asked Jeanna today. I was asking.
I'm wearing
Jeanna
my robe because I'm just exhausted. I didn't want to get dressed.
Well, I have to go straight from here to the gym to film, so I've been trying to get myself ready. And my hair is pretty dirty. And I was trying to curl it this morning. What an absolute
Was it just
nightmare.
like sticking to the curling iron?
I would put it in, and I'd hold it and then I'd, roll it like I always do.
Yeah.
And then I'd let it out and it'd just go like a wet noodle.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah. Greasy noodles.
greasy noodles.
Nobody likes a greasy noodle.
You guys see my next YouTube video. You should comment greasy noodle.
Greasy noodles. Gross. It's gross sounding. Well, Devon, do you want to talk about your hair fiasco?
What?
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you.
I mean,
Well, hang on, Mom. Now you can go.
did you fall down?
What?
Did you fall down?
Fall down.
Well, I seen your video that you hurt yourself.
Oh, no. I just honestly worked out.
Well, I exercised.
I exercised.
I'm beginning to think it's overrated. My
Oh
mom
my
goes,
gosh. I did. So I thought it's a long story. I thought I lost my knee sleeve. So I was waiting on new knee sleeves. So I wasn't doing any like squatting. I was doing like RDLs, deadlifts, those but anything with like squatting knees, anything like that. So I hadn't done anything for like 2 weeks. So my knee sleeves came in and I was like, oh, cool. Now I can do this. And then I went a little too hard 2 days in a row and I could not even walk yesterday.
yeah, that must be me.
Oh my gosh, it was awful. And Daniel just thought it was so hilarious because
My
I was
mom
literally holding onto the rail, like going like step
I
by
didn't see
step.
her. And I was, what happened to Jeanna? And I was like, I don't know. You can barely walk upstairs.
No, it was bad. Like when you work out so hard that you like, I was like holding the walls to lower
You
myself
sit on the
onto the toilet.
Yes.
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 And then I'd like kind of like rock and like push myself back up.
Yep.
I was like,
And you're like,
oh my God. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that was, yeah.
Hey, see you guys.
All right. Bye, Leslie. Love you.
Bye.
Love you, mother.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we were talking about my robe and then Brooke asked where I got it and I said Cost Plus. And then she was talking about how much she missed Cost Plus.
I said, I think that might be one of the main things I miss about Santa Cruz, just going to Cost Plus.
Not me. It's Cost Plus.
No, BB.
Yeah.
It's being in Cost Plus with you.
Wait, okay, good. Thanks.
I mean, we went there all the time. It's like, why wouldn't you just run in?
I know. It's great.
You'd work out and you're like, all right, you want to get a coffee and then maybe go to Home
Cost
Goods?
Plus?
No, sorry. Cost Plus?
Cost Plus?
Yeah.
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 Dude. Those are the days.
Jeanna would call me. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just walking through Cost Plus.
Yeah, you were there a lot.
Hey, someone had to decorate the house.
Well, that's true.
Who knew that I would buy all that expensive furniture and then I would just be giving it away to your daughter?
I know.
Here you go, Ruby.
I know. She just scored.
She
scored, man.
And Courtney.
Yeah.
I remember when Courtney was going to pay me for my couch.
Did she not pay you or did you tell her not to?
No one paid me.
Well, no, you didn't ask Ruby to pay you.
I wasn't going to ask Ruby to pay me. It was her first time moving out. And I'm like her, I'm her dad. So
yeah, I mean, this is true. It's what dads do.
What dads do. It's what dads do. They give away free furniture. There you go, kids. No, but I do. I love Cost Plus.
Yeah.
And you know what I loved about it is like, I like walking through stores. I like trying clothes on. Shopping online has never really been, it's not super successful for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, I would like to reiterate that we're not big shoppers.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You want to take time.
No,
but you definitely want to go physically see, peruse quickly.
Well, that's what's nice about Cost Plus. You literally walk through Cost Plus. And you can see everything. And me and Jeanna, we like to window shop and we like to get inside the window, but we don't want to have to work too hard to sift through stuff. Like this era of everyone who's like, it's so funny. It's almost, it feels like the kids that are thrifting, like they think it's a new thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, I thrift. And you're like, yeah, everybody's been thrifting literally for years.
Forever. Yeah. Like some people had to.
You're like, sorry, that's called when that's all you can afford. You either get hand-me-downs or you go to the thrift store. I mean, that's how I grew up. I wore all of my sister's stuff and all my nieces and nephews, they all wear. Everyone keeps their kids like shoes and clothes. And then when a new baby's they're a 2T. Oh no. Do you have 2T? Yes. Here you go. Here's a pile of 2T. Here's a pile of 3T. Here you go.
Yep. Yeah. It's funny because I think that kids, if they're like bloggers or TikTok or whatever the hell you call them, I don't know what they are. I feel like they think that thrifting is actually like they're like buying like vintage shit, which is now like more expensive at a thrift shop. Mm-hmm. Like they're not buying like the ugly, have you been to a thrift shop lately?
Well, I haven't.
Oh, I have. And let me tell you, there is a lot of garbage there.
I bet.
They're not wearing that garbage. They're like finding like cool stuff, but you're right. Like there's probably there's a diamond in the rough, like 1 in a million. So yeah, they probably have to spend a lot of time like sifting through. I mean, I will say you got your fur jacket at a thrift shop, B.
Well, duh. What I'm saying is thrifting is not new.
Oh no, of course not. No. Well, what's funny now is like the stuff that they're buying that's like vintage is like stuff from like the 90s.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, I was raising kids in that era.
Oh my gosh. When I was in one of the Dakotas,
South Dakota.
We saw this family twice, just like traveling around, like tourists, like sightseeing. Mount Rushmore, and Todd's business partner, Abram, he's so funny. And this mom and this girl think like grunge. Okay. Their family's there and they've got band t-shirts on.
Okay.
Vintage ones. They're not vintage, but they look kind of like, like every band t-shirt. It's really popular. Yeah. And the girl was wearing maybe
Nirvana.
No, it wasn't Nirvana, but it was
Bowie.
It was
trying to think of the ones I've seen. David Bowie, Nirvana,
Led Zeppelin,
Kiss,
Jimi Hendrix,
AC/DC.
Hang on. Maybe like a Black Sabbath shirt or something like that.
Okay.
Whatever it was, Abram asks her, do you actually listen to that band? And I've had people that have done that when I've been around them so many times. And it's so funny. Like, do you actually listen to that band?
Yeah.
And most times I feel like they're like, I know who they are. But this girl, she was like, oh yeah. Like her and her mom were like diehards. It was awesome. And then we saw them again later on. But you always see people like that, like, wearing like an AC/DC shirt. And it's like, you're there, you probably, do you know what AC/DC is? Or do you just, you're
just wearing this cool vintage shirt.
This looks like you got it at Urban Outfitters.
Yeah, exactly. It's a total Urban Outfitters thing. That's what I was thinking.
3 songs.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyways, every time I've thought about thrifting and I've gone to the thrift store, I never find anything good. And I'm like, well, this was a bad idea.
I'm such a snob that I get grossed out in thrift shops. Well, I don't like to breathe in there.
I was going to say, people that are really committed to like going in and digging, and like going to every thrift shop and just digging.
Yeah.
Like your nose is weak.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's a bad smell in there.
It is.
God, if you think about I always if I'm donating something, I always make sure that it's clean, but I just wonder
dude, mine still had tags on. I dropped a bunch of stuff off yesterday. No. I was like,
I know. Yeah.
For months I had it stored upstairs, like telling my sisters, my nieces, like, tell your friends, you guys want to go through this? No one went. And I was like, okay, that's it. Mom, I'm hauling everything.
Yeah. I'm just getting rid of it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, but there's definitely a smell in there. And it's like a combination of like old person cigarettes and perfume.
Yeah. And moths.
Yeah. It's like an old person smoking.
Like an attic.
Yeah. Old person smoking in a small enclosed space, but then spraying air freshener.
Yep. In an attic. Smells a little woodsy. Like an old woodsy man smoking cigarettes.
An old woodsy man.
An old woodsy man. You know what? I think what our next job could be.
What?
Is we could read books for like audiobooks.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know.
You narrate it or you read it.
Yeah, no, I would like doing that, but I also think that I'm not like when I'm reading, when you do like voices for like the different characters.
Yeah.
Like I always get confused which character I'm being.
Oh, for sure.
Cause like when I used to read to the kids, I used to always like do voices and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I'd forget like which one was which. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be confusing.
Yeah.
You'd have to write it down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess you don't have to do it in one take.
I think
the sun is chasing me.
I think would be entertaining. Well, sort of. I mean, not for long, but I would definitely be entertained. If you were like reading a book, like you were listening to an audiobook, but it was as if you're listening to someone read it for the first time. So maybe it's like a crime or like a investigation, type book. So in the middle of you reading, you might be like, oh my gosh.
Like you're going through it at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I knew it was him the whole time. All right, guys. Sorry, I'll continue. And so they walked to the park.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys, by the way, welcome to Between the Reps with Brooke, Jeanna, and Devon.
Yeah.
We're doing Brooke, Devon, and Jeanna, BDJ.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't
I was just going with the BDJ theme. Oh, so Deb, do you not want to talk about your hair?
No, I'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. Because man, I'll tell you what. Okay, guys, our listeners out there, tell you what. So we were on this group chat, and I had dinner and a movie last night, so I wasn't on my phone. And I get back onto my phone, and Devon had told us this hair fiasco that she's going to tell you about. But then there was a picture, and I was like, "Oh my God." And I didn't want to text you guys back because you were probably already asleep. It was like 10:30.
I was awake.
So yeah. Oh, you were?
Oh no, actually that'd be 11:30
my time. You guys all told me that I was going to bed. Yeah.
I mean, I did get in bed.
Yeah. but didn't go to bed?
Not till probably went to bed at like 11. So I would have been asleep when you got out of the movie.
Yeah, man. I got in bed and I just looked at the back of my eyelids all night. You ever feel like that? Like I'm just staring at the back of my eyelids. I'm not asleep.
And you're like, one of these minutes, I'm just going to wake up. Like, holy shit, when did I fall asleep?
Yeah. And then you look at your phone and you're like, fuck, it's 4:45. Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah. Anyway,
You're like, it's too late to actually go to sleep now. Cause I'm going to be, if I fall asleep, I'm going to be exhausted when I have to get up.
Yeah, totally.
All right, Devon, take us through it. And then Jeanna can show the picture.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Man, it's bad.
Well, I have extensions, like, we've talked
the rest
about
of
that
us
before. Yeah. And I was going to a salon that I'm not going to call out. Don't want any trouble in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But
not like over here. Hey guys, don't take your boat.
You're like, nobody listens to this.
Sometimes you got it. Sometimes you got to be honest. Always be honest.
All right.
So anyway, it's like a well-known salon, and they
who shall not be named.
Anyways, I had been having some issues the last couple times I got the extensions moved up.
What kind of extensions do you have, Devon?
Oh, I have hand-tied extensions. So
they're sewn in.
Yeah, sewn in. And I kept getting like these almost like blisters and like itchy spots. And so I would say, because I was there frequently, hey, can you loosen this? It feels too tight, whatever. So the last time I had them put in, my head kept itching and I was like, do I need to take an allergy pill? Am I allergic? Because I had also gotten some new shampoo. So I thought maybe I was allergic to the shampoo or something. Anyways, I was having all these issues. And so I called yesterday. I go to brush my hair and the weft, pop, pop, pop. And all these chunks of hair come out. And
my God. I have nightmares about that.
What the hell? And so anyways, I'm like looking in the mirror, kind of trying to see what the deal was. And I was supposed to have a consult with our old girl, Nicole, because I just needed somebody new. And so I go in and I was like, hey, this happened this morning. And she looks at me, she's like, you're not leaving. You can't leave like that. And so she's looking and I have all these bald spots from where the beads were because
they were too tight.
And so now I have traction alopecia. Yeah.
That sounds, I don't know what that is, but I mean, alopecia, traction. So pulling.
So where it was pulling, all the hair follicles died.
Oh, will they come back?
We don't know.
Oh no.
So my poor little, 10 hairs that I have on my head, because I have really fine hair and not very many of them. And I'm kind of like Brooke, like we have to talk them into staying on.
Yeah. We're like, hey, no,
please stay,
we're not. I didn't mean to insult you. Yeah. I just want to pet you and cuddle you. Seriously, you guys have heard me say, I swear my hair is suicidal. It's constantly threatening me that they're like, you push us one more time and you're not going to have any hair.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. So anyway,
do you think it was it the thread or was it the beads? I would assume it was the beads. I mean, obviously all together, but I know that I had some similar things happen.
It was, from what she was saying, it was the beads, but there were also I guess the method that was used was, sort of the idea behind it is that there's less points of tension. So you have less damage, right?
So they pulled too much hair into one bead and then clamped it really tight. So there's constant tension. Oof.
And the beads were spaced really far apart.
Oh.
And so she's like, that's not actually like, because the weight distribution is on like, for example, 5 points instead of 10 points. So each 5 point has like more tension on it, right?
And when your hair's wet or anything, that extra weight would make it way worse.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
wait, was it itching and like because sometimes like when you get them pushed up, they're like they feel like tight for like a day or two.
Right.
Was it that they felt tighter longer?
Well, that's what I kind of thought it was.
Now I'm paranoid.
When she first did it, they started itching, and that's kind of normal, like 2 days later, right? Because your head's getting used to that tension right there. But it didn't go away.
Oh, okay.
And it kept getting worse. And I was like, dude, is it the shampoo? Like, did I miss soap? So I would rewash my hair and, try and really get in there and get it cleaned out. And the itching just never really went away. I even had Steven, I was like, look, like, do I have something going on? He's like, yeah, your head's all red. And I was like, I must be allergic to that shampoo.
You have hair missing and he didn't even tell you.
I don't know that it was when
he's
looked,
like,
though.
Mom,
you're bald.
You're bald.
He's like, I don't want to tell her. I'm not going to tell her.
So yeah.
Wow.
Thank goodness for Nicole.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to show it. Everyone's like,
whoa, Jeanna, why your screen?
We'll clean your screen.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad.
And then tilt your camera down a little bit so the sun
I know that sun's coming through. I have the worst lighting. Okay.
You actually look great.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
You.
Oh, all right. Well, lie to me. Okay. Tilt it down. Tilt
the computer screen down toward you. The computer screen, just to make it more shaded.
See that?
You can kind of see it.
You can kind of see.
Hey,
that looks nasty.
Dude, I got out of the movie last night and I was like, whoa. Holy crap. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, Dev, when I had my head was bothering me so bad.
Yes, I remember you were all red.
I was it was almost like some of the hair follicle was turning into like you would think it was like a zit.
Yeah, that's what I had.
It was just like inflamed.
Yeah.
And it was because they were too tight and it pulled a bunch of my hair out of my head.
Yeah.
And I can't afford it. Neither can you.
No. Everybody's like, oh, well, you get what you paid for, but that's not always true.
No.
Because I was going somewhere that was pricey and that claimed to be like really, really,
Well, a reputable place should just do a good job regardless.
Right.
Like, I mean, if you're going in there and they're like, hey, I'll give you a deal. And then they're like,
yeah.
I'm going to really fuck her up. Like, I mean, are you just being lazy? Like, that's just, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just like, trying to get as many people in and out of there as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways,
good business practice.
That was the hair fiasco.
Man,
I've had
that's
some
rough.
of those.
That is rough. Oh man, we just had like a brain fart, everybody.
No, you know what happened? Is she said that was her hair fiasco. And then I said, yeah, I've had some of those. And then I was just remembering.
You were going through your Rolodex of all your.
Yeah. And it was like, oh.
Remember when your hair was purple?
Yeah.
I liked your purple hair.
Me too.
I liked your red hair too.
I like my red hair too.
I like your red hair a lot.
That was fun.
Remember when my hair was growing out and I had red hair and my hair was coming in so blonde that it looked like I was bald. It's not like me for sure. It's like always thinking about like dark roots coming in, but I had like really light roots coming in.
And red was when COVID, the pandemic started. And remember, I kept trying to color your hair and just doing the shittiest job.
Yeah. Remember when I would do your hair and do really the best job?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I'm just not as good at it. It wasn't for lack of trying.
Remember when I took all your extensions out and cleaned them and I laid them out on your counter so I didn't get confused? Yeah. And then I colored your hair and then I put all your extensions back in. Yes. Yeah, I love you.
I know. I love you too. Just because I couldn't do as good a job doesn't mean I don't love you.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
It wasn't a lack of trying.
It
wasn't a terrible job.
It wasn't terrible.
It was like lucky for me. I did have red hair during that shit show of a time.
Oh, that's true.
In California.
If I tried to like bleach
we couldn't go anywhere. Yeah. Same with yours. It's like you had your one color and I did your roots and that was it. I didn't have to like,
just that red would like soak up.
Oh yeah.
You know, I would just like suck up everything. And I just think I had it so even and then we'd wash it and I'd be like, oh no, sorry.
I'd be like, that's all right. It's more of I'm
not going anywhere anyway.
50 shades of red.
It really does. Oh man.
And I've got a couple pictures. It always would like fade so funny too, but I kind of liked it. It'd be like, you'd have like some like darker areas and some like copper areas.
Yeah.
In between areas. It was like a tie-dye.
It was, it's for depth.
Just like when I was trying to get the purple out of my hair, I had like unicorn hair. I had green, purple, pink, teal.
Oh, yeah.
It was just all fading differently.
You had purple hair when you found out about your neck.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh, purple.
Can you guys believe that it's almost Thanksgiving?
No.
What in the world?
No. Yeah, no. Ooh. Yeah. So all of you guys have probably gotten through Thanksgiving. I'm just really curious as to how that went. I used to always have our Thanksgivings, like my family Thanksgivings growing up, never had alcohol or had anything like that. So I feel like we didn't ever really like have any like major family blowouts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like, I haven't had any family blowouts since we've gotten older either in my family. But I feel like it's like a very stressful time for a lot of people, either stressful or lonely.
Well, I feel like the most stressful thing for me, if I was like cooking Thanksgiving, which I have done, we used to do Friendsgiving breakfast, is timing. Man, how stressful is it for timing? Like, okay, when do I have to start all these things for them to all be done at the same time?
Yeah.
They can all be hot and ready to eat at the same time.
Yeah. It truly
You're like,
is an
oh
art.
shit. I need warmers. Now I got to go to Costco. I got to buy food warmers. I got to, just trying to delegate, trying to like ask people to bring things, but then you can't necessarily count on them to remember or bring anything. Remember when I've had Thanksgivings and people were supposed to bring stuff and then they forgot and then they brought the ingredients and I had to make it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if our listeners out there, if you are like new at like bringing something to Thanksgiving, there's a couple rules. And I just went over this with Kylie, my oldest daughter, because she's hosting this year. They have their new house. She really wants to host this year. And so she's hosting I'd say 25 people, something like that. So I was like, hey, I'll help you. I said, make sure you tell people this. Tell people to have their food made before they come.
Yes.
Because you have one oven. Even if you have two ovens, it's like the people that show up, you're like, hey, can you do the crescent rolls? And they come with a bunch of rolls. It's like, what oven do you think you're going to use for that? You know what I mean? So if somebody is asking you to bring a dish, have it made already. Also, have a serving dish and some serving utensils. Because especially, having had a huge family, I'm sure like your mom probably has a plethora of serving dishes and spoons and all that kind of stuff. But like Kylie, she's, they've been in their house for like 1 year. She's not going to have anything. Right. She has some stuff, but not like, to serve that many dishes. So yeah, you got to bring that stuff.
You do.
And be on time. And if you be on time. And if you, okay, this is the other trick. And I think Brooke and I learned this the hard way, is that if you have late birds, people who are always, always late, dessert, they have to bring dessert.
Oh, that's a really good tip.
Yeah. They have to bring dessert, because, and the people that are always on time, that's who you give apps to, or the regular meal. Because yes, Brooke and I have been in that position where you tell somebody to bring something. Sorry, I've got like half my face in the sun. You tell somebody to bring something, and it's always those people that are like, oh yeah, I'll bring an appetizer. And then they show up like after you're starting eating and you're like, and these people were making it at the time.
Yeah.
If you're bringing a fruit salad, have it cut up already.
Yeah.
Don't show up with the fruit.
the kind of people that do that? Like moochers. The kind of people that I don't mean this for everybody, but with my experience, the kind of people that would show up late, bring their dish deconstructed.
Yeah, it's a deconstructed fruit salad.
They basically show up with a deconstructed version, straight in grocery bags, late to the party, and they're like, hey, brought this. And then they're all of a sudden they see someone they know and they're like, yeah, I'd love a punch. And then they leave you. Yeah. And they're the ones to leave and not help you clean up. They're the ones that show up late, don't bring anything that's prepared. And then they're the ones that leave. Now that doesn't mean that you don't, have some love for those people. That's why they're invited to your party. But you just got to lay down the law if you want your life to, like, if you want to have a good experience as a host for Thanksgiving. Yeah. You really got to lay down some rules, and like make sure you assess the group that's coming and
situation.
Assess your dessert bringers.
Yeah. But I do think too that I think until somebody has actually hosted something like that, like some of these people that we're talking about never hosted anything. Mm-hmm. So they just didn't know, Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like, unless they've been in that situation, they don't know. That's why we're telling you listeners out there, if you're one of these people and you don't usually host and you usually go somewhere else and you're that person, that's okay. Just change.
Yeah. Hey, change it. Change it.
But yeah, just change. It's a real pain in the ass as a host or a hostess to be dealing with those kinds of things when you're already, like Brooke said, stressed out and trying to get things out at the same time and all this other nonsense.
Yeah.
And don't drink too much.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Don't get hammered. I mean, we've definitely had a few family members where you're stealing their keys, you're not driving. Yeah. One thing I've never done a turkey. No, I never have. When I took over, cause I did our huge Thanksgiving when, Nico and I bought my parents' house years ago when I was 30. So from the time, probably 15 years, when I took over, my mom would still get up in the morning and come over and put the turkey in the oven. That was her thing. Yeah. And then my kids were older. My boys were older. When we, moved. And so they've always taken over on it. Mm. So between all the boys, they always do the ham, the turkey, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So I'm doing a Friendsgiving and someone's bringing Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Is it Courtney?
Perfect. No, we did it last year because we were all like, wait, who's going to do the turkey? We did it the day before Thanksgiving. And somebody, I think Daniel was like, we should just do KFC. And everyone's like, I love KFC. I was like, perfect.
Dude, the last time I had KFC, it was so bad.
Oh, really? The chicken or just
yes?
Oh, really?
All of it. Yeah, we got it because we were just wanting something simple. Me and my mom and dad, and we were having it. And we were like, "This is terrible."
Really? Oh, it was so good. It was good where we got it. I mean, I guess I don't know. It was just easy. So I think we're gonna do KFC again, but then all the sides, all the beige.
All the beige.
All the beige.
All the beige.
That is Thanksgiving though, right? It's beige. Man. And then maybe one green.
Yeah, but it's a green bean casserole. It's slathered in soup.
Yeah, French onion soup.
No, I think it's cream of mushroom.
Or cream, yeah.
With the onions on the crunchy mushrooms on or onions on top is what you're thinking.
Okay. Each of you tell our listeners what are some staple things that maybe you don't have it as much now, but growing up, what were the dishes that you it's almost like the whole Thanksgiving was around those things. They were always there. And some might be like kind of weird or just something that your family did or that you did, but it may not be a staple for, most people.
Oh, I know exactly. I can think of something right off the top of my head.
Okay, go.
I mean, like for us, it was always like the same thing. It was the dressing. We never did stuffing because, stuffing is when you cook it in the turkey. Dressing is when you cook it outside of the turkey. We always did dressing, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole. I'm trying to think, you always do so in our family, there was this weird Jello salad, and it wasn't like a red Jello salad. It was kind of green.
Yeah.
And everybody called it frog guts.
Oh, frog eye salad.
Well, we call it frog guts, but it's like green and it had marshmallows in it and like nuts in it. Nico loved it. I hated it. I hated it just based on its name, like growing up when I was younger.
Right. I guess it's not frog eye salad, but I think I know exactly what you're talking about because I've had Thanksgiving at your house.
Yeah.
We always do frog eye salad, but it's like tapioca balls.
Yeah.
And it's got similar, like the marshmallow, whatever. It's not marshmallow though. It's like maybe like Cool Whip or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And then it's got,
this has Cool Whip in it too.
This one has like crushed pineapple in it.
Yeah.
And like mandarin oranges. No, ours is more with like pineapple and oranges, but I've seen the green kind. I've just never had it.
Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah. I mean, I would be weirded out too. When I was little, I never ate it because it was called frog eye salad. And I was
exactly.
Like, no.
Exactly. Frog gut salad. Like,
yeah.
I mean, whether it's eyes or guts, like you don't want to eat that shit. Like, come on.
Right.
Name it something better.
Anything else?
No, I think that was like the weirdest thing. I never liked sweet stuff. So I never went for like the Jello salads or the cranberry sauce or honestly, I was such a terrible carby eater. I wouldn't even eat the turkey. I would just eat the mashed potatoes and the gravy and you just make it like a big, like a mound, like a volcano and just the gravy.
You were like that little kid in A Christmas Story when he's eating his mashed potatoes and acting like a pig.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, little piggy.
My little piggy.
Yep. That was me. What about you guys?
So when I was, let's see. So we do turkey. Mm-hmm. We've gone through different times too, where like my uncle used to deep fry a turkey. We've deep fried turkeys. We have just baked in the oven turkeys. We always usually have a turkey. We will have a ham, but ham's not as popular.
See, I love the ham.
See, I like a little bit of ham, but I love turkey sandwiches. Like, so what we will do with the turkey after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like my mom will make like turkey sandwiches or, chicken salad or something with it.
Yeah.
But ham, we'll always have like 2 turkeys and we'll have a ham. It's like a token ham.
Token ham for who? Who's the ham person?
I'm not really sure. I think it's just because everyone always had hams. But one thing I remember growing up is my aunt always made what they called jigglers. And what she would do is she would make Jello.
Yeah.
And she'd put it in a cookie sheet. So it's like thin. And then she'd take cookie cutouts.
Yep.
And cut out shapes. And then
does it have like cream cheese and like another layer in it, or is it just Jello?
These ones, it was just Jello.
Oh, okay.
And I was little and I was like, yeah, did you bring jigglers? But what we do now is, it's so funny that we even still do all traditional Thanksgiving, whatever.
Yeah.
Because my whole family, all we want is my grandma always, and my aunt does it now and my cousin does it now, but my grandma always made homemade chicken noodle soup, and she home makes the noodles, days before, has them laying out in her house drying. And it is so good. And most people will use that on their mashed potatoes. So they'll put mashed potatoes and they put chicken noodle soup on their mashed potatoes, and we'll have turkey. But all we really want, hang on, let me mute you for a second so I can tell these dogs to shut up.
If anybody's watching the YouTube.
Yeah, you got to see Brooke just yelling.
Yeah. Can you hear Maui snoring?
Was that what that was? I thought maybe you'd farted.
No.
Dude, I thought that someone kept rubbing their chair.
No, it's Maui snoring.
I just heard this. You're just roosting them.
Like,
Roasting
yeah,
them on. Yeah, just wow. You're just gonna pretend nothing happened, aren't you?
You're like, that's my belly. I'm very hungry.
Yeah.
A little gassy, sorry. No, it's Maui. He's just laying in his bed right here and it's next to the computer and he's snoring. I'm like, wonder if they can hear that.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, I can hear it. It's
I just wasn't gonna call you out. I thought you were farting for sure.
It was creeping me out a little bit. So chicken noodle soup, homemade chicken noodle soup, mashed potatoes. And
I loved it. I love that you
and
put
then pie.
chicken noodle soup on the mashed potatoes.
Dude, I know it's crazy. Like we were actually just talking about it because my brother-in-law, Lacey's husband, Creed, when he kind of, was joining the family, he was like, what? Super.
Yeah, what is this? I bet it's good though.
So weird. It is.
Oh, it sounds delicious,
really,
actually.
It's really good. And so all we really want, like everyone eats a little bit of everything, like, hi, brother. I'm podcasting. You can open the door.
Better together.
We're better together. Okay. So what I was saying was all we ever want, there's yams. Like my cousin used to bring her candied yams. I didn't touch those for years, dude. I never even attempted to try them. And if I did,
Right. Because they looked weird, right?
I don't remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have tried them though, and they're good.
Yeah.
But they're kind of like if you had fudge, you don't need a lot. It is very
rich.
Yeah. Someone always brings cranberries, like homemade cranberry sauce. I always just kind of, I'm not a huge cranberry sauce eater. And
yeah, I pass on that too.
Of course, I want my mom's homemade rolls because they are so good. I want mashed potatoes because mashed potatoes in almost any form is like king. So good.
Oh yeah.
Gravy, so good. Jeanna loves mashed potatoes and gravy.
I did.
But my mom's apple pie.
Oh, you've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I finally had it one time at your house and it was amazing. Yes.
I made it. So my mom always does pie. She does. And
but it's called something.
It's a shredded apple pie.
That's what it is.
And she does this apple pie. It is to die for. And then she always does banana cream pie. And she makes pies. My mom used to, cater weddings. She made pies for restaurants around town. So all growing up, my mom was always making pies. And then she did cakes. She did wedding cakes, birthday cakes, sugar cookies, which is my grandma's recipe. They used to take orders. Like people would order every holiday. They would do sugar cookies for every holiday and all the shapes were different. And we would go over. I remember growing up and it's like, we got to go over to grandma's. We got to frost cookies.
Yeah. That's what my mom does.
We go to my grandma's and we'd have all the cookies out. My grandma would have all the frosting, all the different colors, and everyone would sit, grab a knife, frost, set it aside. I mean, like hundreds of cookies. So the sugar cookies, shredded apple pie, rolls, chicken noodle soup. And then, I'll have a little bit of turkey, but I always leave if I try to taste everything because I almost feel like it's as if I feel like I'm going to hurt the dish's feelings if I don't taste it.
Oh, interesting.
I am full.
That's a different angle.
You didn't see that coming in.
I didn't see that coming at all.
I'm afraid of shaming food.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I identify as a dinner roll and
you're like, I think they have feelings.
Yeah.
You don't want the yams to be sad.
Mm. No one's eating those leftover though. What are you eating leftover? Oh, duh. You already said it, Jeanna, but dressing.
I love dressing.
I mean, stovetop.
Dude, I
don't want to promote stovetop because, I'm kind of, I want everyone to be caring more about what's the ingredients are in their food. And there's garbage in everything that has a shelf life, but stovetop, don't knock it till you have it. It is a staple. It's like when you're traveling the globe, you can always go to Starbucks and you're going to have something, it's good, reliable.
We don't use stovetop. We do the crouton looking like things that are in stovetop, but then when you season it yourself.
My mom does. My mom does that too. But there's definitely been times where like, when you have a big family,
sure,
you'll have like, we need so many people bring one dish of this. So you have like multiple dishes, but no one person has to make
like the whole thing.
Yeah. You'll always have like, it's fun too. You always have different types of stuffing, like you'll have Aunt Jan's stuffing. Oh, grandma's stuffing, mom's stuffing. And then you've got like, someone brought a turkey, someone deep fried a turkey, someone brought a ham. Someone brought a honey baked ham. It's still in the box. It just got delivered.
You're just trying all of it because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
You want to hurt his feelings.
Man, I don't even know why we still celebrate. I mean,
I just like Thanksgiving food.
Yes.
That's just all I want.
I
can eat that food every day.
I just like the excuse of getting together with people I love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
same.
It. And I used to love the excuses. You're like, yes, it's a holiday and I'm out of school. And as soon as you hit Halloween, when you're in school,
oh yeah,
like, oh shit, it's all downhill from here. You got a couple weeks of school, Thanksgiving, a couple weeks of school, Christmas break, a little bit of school. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get summer vacation.
Yep.
No, summer vacation feels like it's so far away after Christmas.
I think once you hit spring break, that's when you're like, okay,
yeah,
I'm almost done. We're almost out of here.
I love that we're talking about it as if we were just in school.
Yeah, weren't you?
Been in school.
Man, you guys, I cannot wait.
I can't wait. Well, then you're a parent and you're like dreading it because you're like, fuck, my kids.
What am I going to do with them every day?
Yeah. Funny how that changes.
Great. All right, guys. Well, why don't we? Devon. Yeah, Devon.
Give Devon a chance.
Oh yeah. My mom makes this broccoli casserole that my whole family loves, and it's broccoli. It's so bad. It's like broccoli, a bunch of cheese, crushed up Cheez-Its, like cream cheese, mayonnaise. I don't even know what she puts in it. It's crazy, but that is one of the dishes that everybody looks forward to.
I bet it's so good.
Is Aunt Sandy bringing the broccoli casserole?
That is like such a casseroles like Midwest or like Southern. Like my grandma's like, she makes this chicken broccoli casserole, which is like chicken, broccoli, because everything has a can of soup in it. Right. Everything.
I don't know.
Yeah, I bet it does. Can of soup. And then, also mayo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to add the mayo in there, cheese, and then like the homemade croutons on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds amazing. I bet it's so good.
Casseroles are bomb.
I love a casserole.
Dude, I love a good casserole. I really love a good like potato casserole, like funeral potatoes.
Funeral potatoes.
What are funeral potatoes?
Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I don't call them funeral potatoes, but I bet they're the same thing. It's like you got like the cream of chicken soup. You got they're like the little square potatoes. What do you call them? Like the Ore-Ida frozen square potatoes.
Funeral potatoes are a little bit different, but I bet it all comes down to the main key components.
Yeah.
Cheese, more
soup.
Cheese, potatoes, soup,
sour cream.
Dude, I'm going to just for shits and giggles while I pull this up. Devon, keep talking about what you got going on.
Well, my aunt makes, it's kind of a recipe. Like it depends on who, assigned the potatoes, but there's a specific kind of potatoes that we make for Thanksgiving. And they're like, it's mashed potatoes, but you mix, the powdered ranch dressing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mix powdered ranch dressing, cream cheese, more cheese, chives. It's almost like a twice baked potato, but it's in the big, 9x13 pan, and then you recook them, rebake them.
Oh, it is like a twice baked.
Yeah.
It's just, not in the skin.
Right. So those, and then we do turkey. My cousin's husband is all about, his new smoker. So he likes to like smoke a turkey, or he's done a brisket too. But, our Thanksgiving, when I was growing up, we all would go to our family's house on the Colorado River.
Oh, fun.
Like it's kind of on the border of California, Arizona. And it's a little tiny house, but it's right on the river. And so they take, we take our trailers and then the house, it's so funky. My aunt used to say that the 7 dwarves built it. Because the doorways are like, you have to duck to go through one of the doors.
It's like when we were in England. Brooke.
Every year.
Oh, dude, we love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I love a little hobbit cave.
Yeah. Every year, someone who has had too much to drink will forget to duck and like smack their forehead.
I feel like as a kid, you're just all lined up waiting.
Yeah.
As the adults are getting more drunk and more drunk. Someone's gonna do it.
Somebody's gonna do it.
Someone's gonna do it.
All right. I know you guys been waiting for me to describe what funeral potatoes are. Yes. So
okay.
One, I'm going to read this really quick because it's really funny on Wikipedia. Funeral potatoes, also great potatoes, cheesy potatoes, hash brown casserole, cheesy hash brown, rose potatoes, or party potatoes. These are all the different names.
We call them cheesy potatoes.
Okay. Is a traditional potato hot dish or casserole that is popular in the American Intermountain West and Midwest. It is called funeral potatoes because it is so commonly served as a side dish during traditional after funeral dinners. This is serious. This is for real.
Yeah.
But it's also served at potlucks and other social gatherings, sometimes with different names. The dish has sometimes been associated with members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, yep. Every funeral and every family event, and they're so good. It says, because of its popularity among the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the region, although it is also very popular with non-Mormons. Who knew it, you guys?
Gosh.
Everyone likes them.
Everyone likes cheesy potatoes.
Hash browns or cubed potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I cubed.
We do hash browns, just shredded. Cheese. So this is cheddar or Parmesan. We probably put all the above. Onions, cream soup, which is either cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, or cream of celery. Never cream of celery. Always
cream of chicken.
Or cream sauce with, and then it says sour cream, butter, corn flakes, or crushed potato chips on top.
Yeah. So we do it exactly like that. We do the sour cream, the cheese. We add more cheese on the top, but we don't do I've had it with the potato chips before. I've had somebody like make it that way. Oh my God.
Yeah. We do it with corn flakes, I think.
Yeah. We don't put the things on top, but yeah, it's damn good.
I mean, any cheesy potatoes are so good. Scalloped potatoes.
Oh.
But you know what? Jeanna's mashed potatoes are the bomb.
Thanks, babe.
She whips them, man. She whips them. Whip them. Whips them good. Well, you got to whip it.
It takes years to shape it up. Get straight. Go
with it.
Move ahead. You know what that's about, right?
Whip it. No.
It's about sex, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Try to detach it. It's not too late. Whip it.
Whip it good.
Nah, 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 nah. I just feel I imagine. So that was Devo back in the day. I'm pretty sure it's about sex. I could be completely wrong, but somebody told me that at one point, and I just think of like guys when they're naked, they'll like helicopter their wieners.
Yes,
I feel like it's like that's what they're all doing. Like as they're
whip it,
whip it good. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, when it's
okay.
Yeah, enough of that. This is what I was gonna say. My sister Michaela, one year, she offered to do the mashed potatoes because Kylie and I were just talking about this. Because again, we were talking about like, you gotta be careful who you give what and all of that, right?
Yep.
So somebody this year offered to do the mashed potatoes, and I was like, okay, if you don't want me to do them, and she was like, well, the person that's doing them, I don't think cooks, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, that's not good. I go, well, do we give her a chance and like let her figure it out? Or do we just like have her do like, half and then somebody else do half? Because my sister one year, Michaela, she was like, I'll do mashed potatoes, assuming that she knew how. And she did those boxed mashed potatoes.
Oh,
they're terrible.
Now you only use those when you're in a real pinch.
Yeah. Like the crystals.
Yeah.
They're, you just
potato
add
pearls?
water.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you add water. Oh, she's never lived that down. It's probably been 25 years since she did that. You will never.
She's never getting assigned the potatoes again.
Yeah. She literally just sent me something on Instagram because Michaela was known, like 1 year she asked me, we'll wrap it up. I know everybody's got to go. I was just looking at the time, but 1 year she goes, hey, can I host Joe's birthday party? This is like long before they were married. So they were like in their early 20s. Can I host his birthday party at your house? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he was in a punk band. They they were all like into punk rock and, none of them really had ever hosted anything before or anything. And so she invites everybody over and she's getting ready. Right. And so she's at her house and she pulls out a pack of bologna, puts the pack on the counter.
Stop.
She grabs the American cheese still in the container, like in the package, puts that next to it, puts a thing of mayo with a knife in it, and then a loaf of bread. And I just looked at her and I went, what are you doing? What is that? She goes, oh, it's food. She goes, our friends don't care. Oh, and then like some bags of chips and stuff. Nothing in a serving bowl. Nothing like so bad. It was just so bad.
Hey, you guys, if you're hungry, you can just make yourself a bologna and cheese sandwich. Michaela, if you're
I was horrified
and horrific.
Dude, we still talk about it to this day. She sent me this thing on Instagram and it was like how they host versus how I host. And it's like the same thing. This girl's doing the same thing.
Right.
And then it was like one of our sister's baby showers and she was helping. And I specifically said, I go, do not bring bologna and cheese, and bread. And like, can you get like a charcuterie board? I wanted her to make a charcuterie board. I'm thinking, okay, all you have to do is like cut up cheese, put salami, whatever. She comes with those, those prepackaged ones from Safeway.
Yeah.
That have it's not even looks like salami, but it looks like round chunks of bologna.
Yeah.
Like the cheapy ass things. And she brought 4 trays of those. And I was like, Michaela,
dude,
like, what? I don't care. I don't know why you care so much.
You're like,
I mean, there's something to that, but also you're inviting people over and, you want to give them a good experience.
Right.
The worst.
Oh, well, speaking of a charcuterie board, and we can wrap it up after this.
Yeah.
Devon, because we know that you are actually very good at making charcuterie boards.
I did not know that. I've never.
I thought you've seen. No, we haven't had her charcuterie boards, but I'm pretty sure I've shown you pictures. She's done some for like friends, like birthdays or bridal showers or whatever. Really?
Yeah. I'm always impressed when somebody's good at doing the old charcuterie.
That's why I want to tell you about this thing that I saw. Maybe you've already seen it. So they took a little paper cup, like the old, like little kid paper cups.
Yeah. Yeah. Like water cup.
They're kind of like that waxy feeling. They took something like that and then they put a candle wick in it. Okay. Or they probably put it in after. They filled it with, like a brie or like a melted brie.
Okay.
Filled it up. They put the wick in there and then they let it harden, like, not let it get cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they peeled the paper, like the cup off and they lit the wick and it would melt the cheese and you could scrape it off the top.
Oh, wait, off the top of
it was like a candle. It basically made a cheese candle. So
would you just sit it on the board so it would just melt over the other stuff? Oh, yeah.
No, it was just sitting on the board. And the way they were using it is like the candle was like the wick was lit and they would have like a cracker or whatever. And all the top layer would get warm and then they would like scrape it off.
Oh, yum.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah. I thought it was so clever.
I'll have to look at it.
I love brie.
Hey, remember when I was giving Courtney all of my ideas for her business she wanted to make about that's cute?
Yeah, shoot, that's cute.
Shoot, that's cute. And I sent her so many things. I had so many ideas. Devon, let's start a consulting agency where all we do is people that kind of have ideas, they bring them, and then I give them more ideas.
And then you just pass it off.
Yeah.
And then you pass it off and they make some money.
Yeah. They might have some problems with whatever business thing they're working on. And I kind of like help them see it from a different angle, solve their problems, one flat rate fee. And then it's like, here you go. Yeah. You can take those ideas because I'm not using them.
That's a good idea. Let's do it.
Dude, I was just telling Jake about it because it was a few years ago. I may have been like walking around, I think it was maybe in Boston. And I had this idea. I was like, oh man, I should just start an agency because I'm such an idea person. I have ideas all the time, but I can't do all of them. I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the team to do it, time to do it, whatever. And, back when I was still competing, even my coach would tell me, Brooke, you have so many good ideas, but you got to pick one. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Pick one.
But yeah, I'm like, oh man, how would I even start something like that?
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
A good idea though.
Yeah, man, you just put out, honestly, we create an ad, put it in the newspaper. Give me a call.
Well, but yeah. And then there's me, like all your ideas. And I'm like, yeah, but how would you refrigerate that? How would you where would you store that? Where would you, it's always like all the pitfalls of it. Like
we could start you another consulting agency. Mine's the one that
yeah.
And then yours is the realist. Like, all right, guys, once you see Brooke,
come over to me and I'll tell you all the ways that it won't work.
I'm going to help you.
Yeah, what won't work?
I'll raise all the questions that you're going to need to figure out and solve.
Seriously. Oh my God. All right. I know you got to go. You got to go film, Brooke.
I do. I just texted Mitch.
I got to get dressed. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys, thanks for listening to another episode between the Reps, Brooke and Jeanna. And
hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Hey, Devon.
Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving full of family and fun and hopefully no drama. Hopefully weren't lonely. Like, how do you follow that? Hopefully you weren't lonely. God,
but if you were,
hope you weren't lonely. But if you were,
if you were, there's always next year.
Yeah.
To try again.
Yeah. If you were lonely, you can look forward to Christmas.
Yeah.
But that makes you feel have someone to spend Christmas with.
If that makes you feel worse, I recommend you go somewhere tropical where not even the climate can make you feel like it's the holiday season. And then you just ignore it. You know, like I'm going to Thanksgiving in Florida. I mean, it's hot as shit outside. It's going to feel like I want to eat only cold things. Like instead of having a hot turkey.
Christmas in July. It's going to feel like Christmas in July.
Yeah. All right. We're getting out of here.
All right. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to
rate, review, subscribe.
5-star rating, 5-star warning.
Yeah. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.